It doesn't perform particularly well on the low bands, but it's fine on the others.
Does it work just there then?
Yeah, well, it does work there, but it's not an ideal location. Obviously, it needs to be an open space really. It also has another piece that goes around the bottom, like a square piece of wire that comes out on 4 prongs.
Yeah.
Counterpoise.
Yeah.
To do with the earthing, and it's very critical for faulty. So there's actually another piece of that antenna, which is in my junk.
Nobby, what do you got for 2 meters?
This is the only humble antenna I have for 2 meters, but it's not up at the moment because I'm in plans for putting up the beams, so it's down. But normally it's up on my 35-foot mast there. So at the moment I'm only on the handheld on 2.
What's the story on this quad that you got leaning up against the fence I see
this
here?
This is Dave Lawley's. He's loaned it to me. I'm planning on putting it up on my pole up there, but whether I'm actually going to get it up or not is a bit of a beast to be put up here. But we took this to Silly's. It worked very well. It only works on 2 bands, 10 and 15 efficiently anyway. And it's although there's only one element together, the other one's folded down the side there in anticipation of going up at some point.
From Bexley Heath we now cross over to Eltham, where we find Bob, M3RCV. Over to you, Bob.
The M3RCV and M3CVN shack, or back garden at the moment. The antennas we have here, nothing too special, but they get out very well actually from here, and work quite a bit of good stuff, so you'll obviously be able to see a bit of that a little bit later.
Right, Bob, tell us about your beams. What
okay. Fine. 5 LE Yagi for 6. We have a 9 LE tonner for 2 meters, and a 19 LE tonner for 77.
So, Bob, you got a rotator on all those beams, of course.
Yeah, the 6 meter beam is actually the beam that we use at M2000A.
Yeah.
Along with the rotator, which was not used, but was at M2000A. It was obtained from SMC. The 2 meter antenna and the 17 SEM antenna is in need of overhaul. The antennas have been there for probably 20 years. And although they get out okay, as you can see, the coax has dropped off of the 70 SEM antenna.
Yeah.
And the rotator could be a little better than it is, so it needs a bit of an overhaul in the spring.
Yes, so that's one of your projects for this year, is it?
That's
for 2005?
That's one of the projects for springtime, yeah.
So if we come back in 2006 or 2007, we'll be able to see nice shiny antennas.
Yes, that's right. Yes, yes. Hopefully, yes, yes. I've got to replace them with the same, because otherwise the neighbours will complain that they look different to what came down. So, because we have neighbour problems on the side, of course, which I think everybody knows about.
Bob, what about your wire antennas you got here? What have you got?
Okay, for HF we just use the G5RV.
Which is, where's that?
Which is up there.
Yeah, and how'd you get on?
RV that was put up by Dave BUO and Chris off there. Also, we've got the 40 meter sloper that we had up as a listener, which is this one here, which we don't actually use, but it stays there. The G5RV works there very well actually. It's a full size antenna. We've worked quite a lot of DX on it actually. Worked down to ZL. Worked to 9 Victor 1 in CQ Worldwide. Amazed when I called him and he came back. Simon gets it very well on CW with it. Uses it for data as well. Works out okay on all the bands. 40, 80. Simon used it on 17 and on 24 megs, 24 meters. The HF the vertical gets out okay on 17 and 24, but the G5RV just outperforms it slightly.
Right, let's have a look at your vertical. Tell us about the vertical then, Bob.
The vertical, it's the Cushcraft R6000 vertical. It was put there probably 5 or so years ago while I was still listening, and it turned very well. Unfortunately, as soon as we put it there, the neighbours put the Leylandii there. So that's grown up, and it's almost as tall as the vertical now. But it still gets out okay. I'm sure that in the clear it will get out even better. But it's worked some quite good stuff with just the 10 watts, and I'm quite pleased with it. We can't get the beam up. We'd like to get a beam up, but it's just it's out of the question with the neighbours. When the planning inspector came for the 6-metre beam, he did actually say that if any other antennas were requested here, they wouldn't get approved. So we're stuck with what we've got.
Well, having seen your antennas, let's go inside the shack and have a look at the business end, shall we?
Okay, no problem. Hi there. Right. The M3 RCV, M3 CBN shack. Quite a few people have seen this, I think, but give you an idea of what's here. We have 2-metre station here, FT480R on longish loan from Richard G at ITB. Power supply over there. We've got Richard G7 GLW's microwave modules preamp. So that's 2 metres. Works out quite well. And then we come around here and we have the packet station, which is just receive actually. We've got the packet running off an ICR70 receiver, modem. And this is receiving the packets as they come off of the packet cluster. As you can see, the latest one is 5:01, about 5 minutes ago. It's only our friend IT9OH on 20 metres. Less said about that, the better. And then we have the ICOM 703 10 watts, which is used for all bands from 24 megs down to top band. We have there's the Heil. Move that out of the way. We have the antenna switch here, which is the G5RV, 6-metre beam, and the HF vertical. We have the 6-metre beam on there.
Okay, Bob, what's the equipment next to the ICOM you got there?
Okay, we got the computer there that we tend to use for contests. Simon uses it far more than I do for standard logging. He can explain the logging program that he runs. But it's used. We've got SD.